This is just something I think is funny. So here's the formula of the show. Lion-O is still immature and still isn't fit for being a king. But every episode, they encounter a new person or problem, and it not just teaches us a lesson, it teaches Lion-O a little bit more about himself and what he needs to be a better man, or cat.
Into the storm we go! What are you doing? Not letting anything stand in my way. Not a storm, not you.
5 minutes later.
The crew, they're going to drown. We can always get a new crew. Isn't it the crew we're fighting for?
Come on, man.
Okay, I know this is very early in the show, but I need to tell you guys about my favorite episode. I think about this episode even today. Everyone stumbles upon tiny plant people in the middle of a birthing ceremony, and at the same time, a funeral. And this little twerp thinks that Lion-O is so cool and unique and interesting and he's never seen anything like them before. They're also displaced from a massive windstorm. And now they're stranded and the world is just too big for them to figure out their way home. But the twerp has an old map and a whole bunch of hope. Lion-O agrees to help them find their way home.
When I grow up, I want to be like you, Lion-O.
Enjoy your childhood. Trust me, you'll miss it when it's gone.
A bird swoops up the twerp, drops him, and literally like less than a minute passes and the twerp already has grown up to be a twig.
Rick's just a boy.
Maybe the last time you saw me, but I suppose I was lost in the woods a long time.
Not that long.
Their whole lifespan is exactly 1 day, but for them, it's exactly 1 lifetime. Bird comes back, round 2, Lion-O steps in to save the day, Twig gets upset and stomps off, and you guessed it, he's a young man when they see each other again. The meaning behind this episode is really just teaching Lion-O that it doesn't matter how short or insignificant your life is, so long as you put everything you have into living it well. And that's what we see with this little hero that looks up to Lion-O. He doesn't think about how small he is. He doesn't think about his weaknesses. All he focuses on is utilizing his strengths in what ways he can.
You were great out there, Emmerich.
Well, I had a pretty good role model.
Just when they find the bridge that will sail them across the winds to their home, that was a whole day, and Emmerich is at the end of his life, but he doesn't regret anything.
In the end, what matters isn't how long we've lived, but how fully we've lived.
I'm not crying. You're crying. Shut up. Man, that's a good episode. Literally changed me inside. I love that episode so much. And then they all fly off, and it's like the end of a Ghibli movie.